This is TNC movie nights, and we just got done, as you just watched, and if not, go watch it. Our full watchathon for Krampus. I don't think any of us were really expecting much.
No.
I think we all really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Uh, of course, we do have Alex here with me, and then we got Mike in the top corner over there, who's always here for the watchathons. Then we got Manny, first time newcomer to the TNC movie nights. However, you guys always see him on This Week in Gaming and TNC Live. But let's go ahead and start it with Manny. What did you think? What did you like? What did you not like, if anything?
Sorry, was that for me? You cut out for me for a second.
Yes, for you.
Okay. There were a lot of things I liked. One, that it set a humorous tone and kept it throughout the movie. Very, very often you'll see like horror movies kind of give you like a little hint of like lightheartedness and goofiness to kind of disarm you. But this movie, like the whole, like even the parts that were like intense, you were kind of like, this is kind of silly in a good way though. So I did really like that. I liked that. Like a lot of horror movies are starting to become now, is it made sense. Like the things that people were doing for the most part made sense. Like there are parts of the movie like, why aren't they doing this? And then the next instant they do it, and it's like, okay, they're not brain dead at least. So I always appreciate that with horror movies. A lot of the actors are hilarious, and I love that they're basically just playing the same characters that they always play in comedies, just in a horror movie, and it just works. And it was actually surprisingly really good. The ending definitely threw me for a loop. I mean, we can get into that later, but I actually really liked it.
Good. I'm definitely glad. It was a lot of fun, I think, for all of us. But Mike, I'd love to hear from you next to kind of see what you thought.
I enjoyed it very much. I didn't really have a lot of expectations for this movie, but there were some comedic moments. There was some like tense moments. The acting was pretty good actually. Kept an eye on that throughout the movie. It paced really well. I really don't know like if there's a whole lot of things I can really say negatively about it, but if I were to, it would just be nitpicking. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm just happy I kind of guessed the the very end a little bit.
Was so impressive.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, like Manny said, the ending was a great way to end that. I mean, that's all I have initially. Alex, what did you think?
I was pleasantly surprised. I thought this was going to be something with just cheap jump scares and a couple bad jokes, and it was none of those things. And I really, really appreciate a movie that, like Manny was saying, that like makes sense. And Brandon, we've had multiple conversations about how annoying it is when you're watching a movie and you're just like, that's not how people talk. That's not how a person would respond to this. You're not a real person. You're just something some writer put down for you to do, but that's not what a person would do. And so it's really nice where even if that's not what I would do, that's not what you would do, you're like, you're stupid. But this is like, everything was like, oh yeah, that is how someone could respond to that. And the ending, while being like, spoiler alert, but like happy ending, twist ending, crappy ending, but better. Like it rode that wave so well, and it was just really, really well done. And I think this movie is like a prime example of just don't do all of the lazy, obvious wrong stuff, and you can just still have a really good movie. Just don't. Being bad or not being bad is just as good as being good. And so I think this movie is a shining example of it. What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I think the three of you really hit a lot of the points on the head. It was very impressive to me that they didn't work off of jump scares. Every horror movie I've ever seen that is a true horror movie that's not, a suspenseful thriller works on a lot of jump scares. This movie did a really good job of kind of building up a jump scare, but then never using it. There were so many times the girl that was under the car were like, oh, jump scare? In the attic. We thought jump scare. There's plenty of moments we thought that they might do it. And they could have. Honestly, they could have given us one or two, and I wouldn't have been upset with it. Outside of that, the actors did a good job. No moment did I feel pulled out of the movie from any of the dialogue moments. Everything felt really natural, as we talked about the family kind of beginning of the movie. It wasn't sappy. We love family. It felt like maybe a little over exaggerated, but it felt like a get together with a family. Everyone dreads their family get togethers, and they showed why, because there's the arguing, the fighting, the bringing up past stuff. So it was definitely a lot of fun. I enjoyed it as much as I did. I know my girlfriend was saying this is one of her favorite Christmas movies now, and that brings us my next question. We've not heard Manny's or, of course, Mike's favorite top 5 Christmas movies. Don't worry about that. But Alex, do you think this movie would maybe hit your honorable mentions? Maybe not crack your top 5, but would it at least maybe hit your honorable mentions?
Honestly, yeah, I think so. I don't think it cracks the top 5. I think it's still as it was. Actually, I think it was. My list is unchanged from our Grinch review, because I think watching that made the live action Grinch hop up and knock Scrooge down. But this is definitely an honorable mention, because it is so off like the traditional fa la la movies, but it is so worth watching. So I think so, man. How about you? Is it honorable mention, top 5? Where does it go?
I'll be really honest that I know I put this movie in there, and I went back and was kind of watching some more Christmas stuff. I think this might knock out Harold and Kumar for me in my list.
Ooh.
I do love that movie. I like crappy comedies, but this movie is actually like a good movie. Harold and Kumar, I like it because it's fun. It's that stupid humor I like, but it's not a really good movie. But this was, I would just watch this again because it was good. So I think this would actually get in my top 5. Worst case scenario, honorable mention at least. So it's really really good time. But
I can't argue with that. That's amazing.
yeah, no. Again, I'm really glad we all did enjoy the movie, and we are all pleasantly surprised by it in certain moments. The ending, the non-jump scareness of the movie. But yeah, anyone who has not seen this movie, please check it out. It is a lot of fun. It was like $3 on Amazon, so go rent it. But yeah, I think that's really it for us today. Again, Mike and Manny, thank you so much for coming to hang out. Anything you guys want to shout out, or any, I don't know, any just content, things you're excited about, movie stuff? Just let us know. Selfless
I'm excited
plugs.
for that blooper. Those bloopers, I can't wait to see those.
Is it just going to
go
be a
fun.
compilation of all the talks I find from this show?
A lot of it is okay. So whenever we record those, there's usually like 5 minutes before the show where I hit record, making sure everything is working like I did today, and it's just Alex mainly acting like Alex.
Hold on now. You got some moments in there too. I'm just a
I do.
more
I do.
outward idiot.
I think a big part of it is because he needs to figure something out what to do while I'm fixing things, and it's just him kind of doing things while I'm fixing the equipment. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But no, Mike, I definitely agree. Everyone make sure, it'll be coming out next week. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Get to see how I entertain myself when Brandon actually runs the show.
yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. Manny, any stuff you got going on? I know you're streaming a lot right now, so.
Yeah, streaming a lot of games. Cyberpunk. I am kind of interested in seeing Wonder Woman. I said, full disclosure, I need to see the first one, honestly.
Me
But
too.
the new one looks really good. Gal Gadot's fantastic, and I feel like I owe it to her to watch both of them. But outside of that, movie world, man, I just want A Quiet Place 2 so bad.
Heck yeah.
Like, you know how much it hurt knowing that the week before it released, they're like, COVID shut down. So sad.
Yeah, we
Like not sounded like something else that wasn't sad.
yeah, we did just watch it ourselves, and the first one is great. So no, I'm definitely excited. And both of you, you know, if you guys ever want to come on the show again, either if it's Wonder Woman, Manny, if you want to come back for Quiet Place 2, you're always welcome. Doesn't have to be a watch-a-thon, of course. Could just be to do the review. But yeah, Alex, where can the people find us?
Well, Brandon, we thank him a lot, but we have him on the show now. Thanks for all the hard work, Manny. But because of that, you can now just find us on thenerdchambers.com. Links to all of our socials. You can meet the team if you haven't met us already. I think that's my favorite part, by the way. That one is so cool. But just go thenerdchambers.com. And if you're on any social medias, same, it's going to be the Nerd Chambers. And for us, it's going to be TNC Movie Nights. And also, while you're doing that, as always, you can check out the merch. Brandon's rocking some movie nights. I
didn't have it today.
It's all good.
So unprepared.
I mean, I can pull out a full fashion show with like the 12 things that we want.
We gotta do that to end the bloopers. It's just Manny strutting his stuff, sporting all of our merch.
No, it's not even me strutting myself. It's just the in between where I take off my shirt and embarrass myself.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
That was good.
So you won't be able to find that on thenerdchambers.com yet, but I really hope that that's going to start our 2021.
OnlyFans 2021 is it coming?
I was just about to say it. Thank you.
Oh my god. I don't know where we are, Brandon, so send us home.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, I'm Brandon. That's Manny. That's Mike. And, of course, that's the wonderful man, Alex. See you, everyone.